was that?
For me. But let's be bad.
Oh, dude! Oh!
I'm a blogger with delusions of being an artist.
And with this
Oh
personal
my god!
emotive stuff,
He's crying! He's crying, dude! Bro!
Hello.
Oh!
My
I'm on a journey.
Dude, I never saw that! Did I see this? I don't think I saw this. This is insane. That transition, literally in both senses of the word, is crazy. Liquidsonic just released. Trans Tank Goes Bonkers. We did well. This is the second channel. I don't know. I did the Ethan stuff earlier, which probably is main channel stuff, but this could be as well. ThoughtSlime stuff used to do really well. Do you remember? Anyway, Liquidsonic did a video about ThoughtSlime. Let's have a look and see what it's like. Let's go!
ThoughtSlime is one of BreadTube's stranger content creators. He makes
still
videos
listening.
mainly preaching about anarcho-communism and trending social topics, and he has had many questionable takes and controversies, giving him a somewhat infamous reputation. So I thought it would be fun to go through his videography and do a little review of his channel. So first off, let's take a look at the oldest content he's made. We've got Why PC Culture Kinda Rules. Ugh. And look at this, we've got a little rant soda coming in. And what the hell is this, man?
Oh my god, dude. No way, he's gone back to the start. Let's go! Based. This is obviously him playing into the meme that was prevalent at the time, right?
The owning of the word was a seriously misguided move from these people. But this watcher, this Steven Universe fan, this anarcho-communist, well, he's about to lay down some facts.
I'd love to retreat from those hard truths into a childish fantasy of living in the woods too. But I'm an adult, and I live on planet Earth. And we have to face facts. Capitalism is evil. It's killing us.
Bro,
it was forced on us.
What?
And it must be dismantled.
Wow, mic drop. This gives us a pretty good idea of what this guy's about.
Huh?
He hates capitalism.
Wait, did I miss something? Wasn't the video about political correctness, no?
And he's going to give us an emotive reasoning of getting behind the anarcho-communist cause. But these old videos, unsurprisingly, are quite stupid. They often take the form of him saying capitalism is bad, then he reads out counter-arguments in a silly voice that he can shadowbox with.
Okay, Mr. Hypocrite, you made your video using things made by capitalism.
Nothing is made by capitalism. Nothing is made by socialism. Nothing is made by feudalism, monarchy, or
It's
fascism.
made by Labour. He's going to say it's made by Labour.
No ideology can pick up a screwdriver.
And from this clip, you should be able to
Based.
see why he's considered so rage-inducing. Just intentionally missing the point of an argument.
Dude, the point of the argument is obviously Labour makes it, but Labour makes it because capitalism, enables that to become a profit or something, dude. I don't fucking... Dude, this has been so long, okay? These fucking lefty arguments. These fucking gay lefty arguments, okay? I don't care about these gay lefty arguments anymore. Anyway, obviously, capitalism has made it profitable to make that thing, which is why someone makes it so it then gets sold for profit. I'm pretty sure that's the fucking point your gay straw man that you've made up is making.
And acting so smug about it whilst you answer is painful to watch. And I'm not saying this to be a snitch, but in some of his old videos, he calls for violence against fascists.
Anarchist praxis tends to revolve around taking shit, giving it to people who need it, fighting systems designed to prevent oppressed folk from being in control of their own.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna blow up the heckin' Nazis, guys. Yeah. Bro, we're gonna blow those heckin' Nazis to smithereens, am I right?
Own lives, and violating the non-aggression principle all over a Nazi's face.
And I think it's rich that this is coming from the guy wearing the King Cuck shirt. But he probably realised it wasn't the...
Pull up the anarchism supply chain. The anarchism supply chain is this, okay? It's winter. Your anarchist system has not led to adequate labour farming for the last few months. So 75% of the population starves to death. There we go. There is the anarchist supply chain, okay?
best look. and transitions into doing facecam videos.
Hey cuties, it's me, Mindpiss.
Ooh, okay, this is what we're dealing with. But he does still keep up the revolutionary talk.
The system needs to be dismantled and replaced with a system that works for us instead of them. The first step is to be angry. And
Bro, it's all such, bro. Dude, I'm getting the lefty vibes back within me right now, okay? The problem with all of this content, all of this criticism of capitalism, all of it gets subsumed by capitalism and turned into a product, right? You cannot fucking escape it. You cannot get around it. It goes beyond just, oh, you're using capitalism to make your stuff, right? That is kind of a retarded surface level argument. But at the fundamental level, capitalism is taking this and turning it into a product. You are getting commodified as we speak. And you just cannot get around that, you know? So what you're doing is not actually ending up pushing this fucking revolutionary praxis, right? It's getting turned into a product and people are buying it and people are consuming it as a consumer. Capitalism still wins. You know, what meaningful revolutionary movement has grown? And there's a reason for that as well. It's because you don't have the same issues that you had 100 years ago, right? In the Russian Revolution, there were literal peasants that didn't know where the next meal was going to come from. You give those guys a rifle and you say, right, go into there and shoot the fucking white army. They're going to do it because they're like, well, what other choice have I got? I might as well. Maybe I'll get a better life out of it, right? But now, tell someone to storm the Capitol to come up with some half-cocked theory that they stole the election. You got to fucking lie to them that the election was stolen, okay? And even then, I mean, as much as it caused a brouhaha, it didn't really do anything. But the point is that, you know, people are generally quite happy with their life, right? They're not going to put their life at risk to overthrow the government. They're too happy and satisfied with their conditions and their circumstances, right? Like if you said to the average person, right, here's a rifle, here's 100 other people or 1,000 people, whatever, go into there and take over. People are going to be like, no, thank you. The biggest movement that we've had recently was arguably the George Floyd stuff. And there were anarchists pushing shit in that all the time. I saw it on Twitch and there were people in real life in the areas trying to push these revolutions. You had the Chaz and all that shit. None of it amounted to anything. None of it went anywhere, right? You don't have enough bodies who are going to be unhappy enough that they're going to push forward to do anything. And the power of the state is just so great that you'll likely just get squashed. So it's just a complete waste of time. This politics is a dead end. It's a waste of time. The best thing you can get out of it is you can carve out a career preaching your fucking anarchism from your box and put it onto YouTube for a few fucking bucks of AdSense. That's it. There's no revolution, comrade. It's not happening. You're raped.
And organize and stop being civil. We need to see what happens when people stop being polite and start getting real.
Oh my god.
I'm not convinced by this.
Bro.
I feel like if someone sneezed too...
By the way, same guy that apologized for using the word nanas in a video because it was ableist. You think this guy could tear the heart out of a police officer and squash it in his face? That's the kind of energy that you need. What do they think that Lenin and the Red Army were doing? Complaining about ableism. You know, transing out. No, they were slaughtering their enemies to take control, dude. They took the royal family down into the basement and slaughtered the children. And these people are afraid to phone up their bank to contest an overdraft charge. They haven't got the fucking minerals, mate. They're fucked. There's no way.
Near this guy, it would be a traumatic experience for him.
And if enough of us stand together and fight back, we'll turn the tides. Because not one of us has the power to save the world alone, but all of us together do.
Okay. Revolution time. Come on then, ThoughtSlime. How are we doing this? What have you got there?
This is from Percy Bryce Shelley's The Mask of Anarchy.
This is what we're doing.
And these words shall then become like oppression's thundered doom, ringing through each heart and brain, heard again, again, again. I was worried that ending would sound a little scary.
This is scary. In one video, this guy almost cries whilst admitting that he likes girly cartoons. And he thinks reading some lame anarchist poem is too scary for people. But don't worry, our guy ThoughtSlime's got some ideas. In ThoughtSlime's world, private ownership shouldn't be a thing, so that's going to be dealt with.
All homes under absentee ownership, which is to say all homes that are owned by people not for the purpose of living in, but for profiting off of, should be seized by the people, held in common, and distributed on the basis of need. This
Oh my god, dude. Bro. Oh, you've got yourself a nice little position working hard in society, renting out a penthouse. Well, sorry, there's a bunch of immigrants here that need it. Fuck off! You've got a fucking studio flat down the road. And guess what? The toilet doesn't work properly. But don't worry, the commissars are going to get someone out next week to look at it.
That's wonderful. But how do
No,
you make
thank you.
money
No,
off
thank you. I
oppressed
think I'll
people?
pass. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
is in fact what I think should be done with most stuff. That's the thing I like.
Maybe some alarm bells will be ringing when you hear that. What about the people that don't agree with this revolution? Well, in all of the shadowboxing that ThoughtSlime's done with his imaginary critics, this is something that he's never addressed. But fortunately for us, we have non-compete to answer that question.
Yes! Dude, I saw this clip before. Dude, this is brilliant. Love this. Absolutely love this.
How we deal with former capitalists, fascists, and other such oppressors will be one of the great tests of anarchist society.
Okay, so I've read a bit of history on this topic, okay? Let's just say that if you're a fascist, which bear in mind could mean anything these days, or a capitalist, let's just say things don't end too well for you in these systems, okay? Let's just say that, these little ideals, well, not quite as friendly as they're making out here. Let's put it that way. But anyway, let's hear him out. Let's see what he's got to say.
Great care must be taken to treat them compassionately and humanely, giving them every opportunity to join our society as active and productive comrades, starting by treating them like any other comrade with special circumstances. Rather than ship deposed class enemies off to inhumane gulags or otherwise seek out revenge, they should be placed in reform centers where they are able to live in comfort and benefit from counseling and
Bro. So they're putting a nice spin on it, but you want to imprison people in what are tantamount to re-education camps. But you're putting a nice... They look nice, though. They look very nice.
Okay, that's
They can't leave, of course. Not until they got the right ideas.
Jimbo's Archive became a member. Jimbo's Archive celebrates 2 months of membership. Proud student of Chud Re-Education Programming 07.
Hey, thank
Okay,
you for the
that's
membership.
wonderful.
And
But how
Braun,
do
thanks
I
for the
make
super
money
chat.
off depressed people?
This guy and the rest of the socially progressive and homosexual portion of the left are controlled opposition and they don't even know it. Lenin and Stalin would have had these people redacted.
Thank you very much. The super chat. Bro, this is crazy.
education, teaching them about the benefits of our new society. Some may never be willing to give up their abuses, and these die-hard oppressors would need to be secluded, perhaps indefinitely. But capitalists and reactionaries who demonstrate a willingness to re-enter society on equal footing should be given every opportunity to learn, grow.
Lifelong imprisonment in a re-education camp if you don't come round to society's ideas. Just for having the temerity to think that I prefer capitalism, actually. I like running a business, actually. This is fucking crazy, dude. This is 1984 with a positive spin on it, dude. Holy fuck.
Grow and eventually rejoin our community in peace.
Don't worry, guys. It's not the gulag you're getting sent to. It's just a camp you may never be able to return from. And check this out. These are the guys that are going to decide when you're allowed out.
Oh my god, dude. Could you imagine, bro? Dude.
To return from. And check this out. These are the
Oh my god. Commissars DJ Mule, Non-Compete, and ThoughtSlime are here to assess your ideological purity. So tell me, comrade, what's your thoughts on this capitalism nonsense now? Bro, this is fucking...
guys that are going to decide when you're allowed out. And yeah, these aren't ThoughtSlime's words, but throughout his career, he has shielded and endorsed non-compete regularly. So this is the best we've got. Another thing ThoughtSlime likes to discuss on his channel is himself and the problems he has in his life. And the before mentioned emotive techniques are employed when doing this style of content as well. This is something I have a bit of a gripe with. To set the scene, ThoughtSlime once made a video on She-Ra and the quartering.
Bro, just think, dude. Think about the free speech implications of that, right? Like, what if you were professing support Dude, this is why. Dude, bro, you are professing support for owning a business. You think that you want to run a business for profit. That would be a bad thing, would it? Dude, it's crazy when you think about it, isn't it?
Before mentioned video where he gets quite emotional about the fact that he likes to watch Sailor Moon and the Powerpuff Girls. And at the end of it, he announces he's non-binary. One thing to address is although he's non-binary, he doesn't like the pronouns they, them, which is why I've opted to use he for this video. But as for the gripe I have, to illustrate this, we're going to look at the video, Am I Valid?
Everybody was super chill about it, and everybody was really supportive, and I got a bunch of new patrons, and all I could think to myself was, I'm a fraud. I got everybody to care about something, but what if I'm wrong? What if my feelings don't matter? Everybody keeps telling me I'm valid, but I don't know if I am. What do I do if they find out?
In his videos, he's mentioned that all of his work is scripted.
I mean, you're giving it's not giving the game away a bit that you can just say you're non-binary. Didn't non-compete do that as well? They also came out as non-binary, I believe. And we're like, yeah, I'm non-binary, yeah. Anyway, if you like the idea of that, support my Patreon, let's go. Fuck it, I'm non-binary now, let's go, come on. Or maybe not, no, I'm not. I'm definitely not non-binary. I'm not non-binary. Non-binary bad, okay? I'm normal, okay?
So I'm led to believe this also is, and that this emotional moment is acted. And call me crazy, but I think it's quite badly acted. He mentions his Patreon immediately before a really tender moment that's clearly included to make the viewers feel sorry for him. But later on in the video, it gets all lighthearted and he starts making jokes.
But it's like German philosopher Freddie Nichols once said, when you peep into that abyss, guess what, dummy? That abyss is peeping back at you. Holla back at your abyss. Do you think I can spend all day insulting myself in my own head for not meeting arbitrary standards of beauty or femininity?
There's no way a dude should be thinking about this. I think he needs the re-education camp, in fact. He needs to get him put in one of these care centers for, degenerate thought. Why are you thinking bro? My dude, why are you thinking about being feminine? You're a guy. That's a bit weird, isn't it? That's a bit fucking weird.
I think the word you were looking for there was womanity.
Womanity, basically.
Hey!
Not
guest
quite,
appearance.
Okay.
When you've got depressed brain, like I do, sometimes being mean to yourself feels real good. Like, it's bad for me, but let's be bad.
Why? Why do people watch it?
What was that?
For me, but let's be bad.
Oh, dude! Oh. Dude, why? Did he do that affect himself? Why did he do that? Oh! Oh!
Why? Why do people watch this? Another thing I'd like to touch upon in this video is ThoughtSlime's comedy. You see, when he talks about his content, he often references that he likes to add a lot of funny jokes in there. So let's check one of these jokes out.
On the other hand, if someone poops in a Tim Hortons, that will be front page news for a week. The justice system will spring into action and make sure that that pooper is brought to justice. Poop justice.
These are the consequences of not being able to say any slurs. You come up with jokes like this. Interesting.
Poop. That's the joke there. And would you believe it? ThoughtSlime used to be a stand-up comedian. Unfortunately, I can't find any of his work online anywhere. The world is...
Bro, we need the ThoughtSlime stand-up. The world needs to see the ThoughtSlime stick. Could you imagine? He'd make Jake Weddle look like, I don't know, a funny comedian, wouldn't he?
Has taken a huge L not recording any of it. But ThoughtSlime believes himself to be an authority on comedy. And he is so lost in the source that he even questions whether it's okay to make jokes about people being sweaty.
I make a lot of jokes about how sweaty I get in the summer, and that does imply that there's something wrong with being sweaty. And is that fair to people with glandular disorders that make them sweaty all the time?
The best thing to do with comedy is to eliminate as many angles of comedic aspects you've got and cut off as many avenues to tell jokes as possible. That is how you achieve the best comedy, ladies and gentlemen.
But you know what's really not funny? When people get...
I can't believe he's... And that's unironic. He's not joking. He's not joking. That sounds like it's an absurd characterization of what some progressive person would say. But no. He is serious. That is genuinely something that would play on his mind.
Their political analysis wrong in their comedy.
Are you trying to say that Waylon has the same opportunities as us?
Well, it looks like someone failed their insight check because this analogy sucks. To map the idea of wealth redistribution, which, by the way, isn't even a liberal idea. Liberals don't really seem to like it all that much.
Thanks, ThoughtSlime.
Wait, what? That's not even true. Yes, liberals do believe in wealth distribution. What do you think fucking, like, taxation is? And normally liberals will support some sort of higher taxation for higher earners because they believe that their wealth should be distributed on social programs that benefit everyone. What is he on about? No, they don't. Yes, they do. What do you mean? Yes, they fucking do. Liberals support wealth redistribution. Yes. Liberals generally support some sort of progressive taxation system so that higher earners pay more tax into the system, which then benefits people at the lower end of the spectrum. What are you on about? They don't. That's the retarded leftoid talking point.
Thanks for clearing this up. He also does this for movies and TV. He has videos on the politics of Stranger Things and The Purge, and he must be a joy to be around. What did you think of the show, ThoughtSlime?
It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It's essentially saying that we should ignore class.
You're using liberal differently. What do you mean I'm using liberal differently? Liberals in the modern day support taxation, which is normally a form of wealth redistribution. What do you mean? How can you use it differently than that? Oh, you're talking... Oh, actually, I'm talking about a liberal, a definition which meant something 100 years ago. Fuck off.
Class in the face of institutionalized sexism. You think it's hard being poor? Try being a woman, pal. Which kind of sucks, because, like, women can be poor too.
Okay. I'm sorry I asked. But let's take a look at something else. What's this video? Let's talk about last week.
Last week, I fucked up.
This is an apology video.
Oh.
What possibly could ThoughtSlime have to be
Is this what I think it is?
apologizing for?
I uploaded a mean-spirited video with some pretty ableist language
Yes!
and overtones. I referred to the conspiracy theories of a man who was diagnosed with bipolar disorders using the words nanners and lunacy. Lunacy?
Yes, dude. He actually apologized for this. This dude apologized for this. This is obscene. Nanas and lunacy is enough to issue an apology because it's got some historic ableist fucking shit.
I came to learn, was actually directly related to bipolar disorder in a derogatory way, which I didn't know. But I knew better than to use that word. And I did it anyway.
That has to be the craziest thing to make a 20-minute
Yes,
apology video
absolutely.
for. This should go down as a legendary YouTuber apology. I'm looking here at the GOAT of YouTube, Moist Critical's YouTuber apology tier list video, and ThoughtSlime is noticeably absent from this list. Charlie, this is totally unacceptable. I'm sorry, look, I don't make the rules, but you're going to have to delete your channel.
Dude, exactly. That is the kind of thing a writer would make up about a progressive doing, but it actually happened. He did actually apologize for that. I remember that happening. And just being completely blown away that anyone would dream to apologize for something so trivial. I mean, it's literally nothing. Like, if you're upset by that, like, it's this idea, and this is what I referred to earlier, but it's like the idea that you'd be upset by someone using the word nanas, but you think you could be, you know, a soldier in the revolution against the state. Like, what the fuck do you think you're going to be doing? Like, you're going to be fighting against the state. You're going to have to get your fucking hands dirty. Whether or not someone is saying nanas is the least of your fucking concerns, right? You're going to be getting shot at by a combative police/military. I don't think you're going to have time to worry about ableist language while a fucking, you know, bayonet is is tearing your fucking innards to shreds. Do you know, bro? While a fucking tank tread is running over your friends. I think you've got other concerns to worry about.
Channel. ThoughtSlime made a video on Chaz. If you don't know what this is, it was an occupation protest in Washington where revolutionaries could hang out and send an anarchist message. I don't really understand the whole point of it.
Bro, he absolutely shielded this, and I'm pretty sure he ignored it when that young lad got shot by the anarchist police force.
To be honest, I think they were trying to make this mini society with no laws or police, which is right up ThoughtSlime's alley, and there was a big racial element to it in light of the BLM protests. This was brought up briefly in ThoughtSlime's video in an interview with a Chaz occupant.
Like, there were some internal problems. Like,
bro, dude, I'm the same with Chaz. I absolutely lose it with this because they set up this zone, and these 2 black teenagers turned up to have a little look at what's going on, and the anarchist police force, the security force on the scene, got the wrong end of the stick, thought they were fascist, shot their rifles into the car. One of the lads, who was 16 or 14, got killed. And to this day, like, just murdered. This kid was murdered wrongly. And to this day, no one has ever been held to account for it. It is fucking obscene. And all these people that supported Chaz have never owned up to it, or as well. There's maybe a few that have. I don't know of everyone, but certainly there was a resistance, I think, to recognize this. And a lot of people that made this content shilling this just completely swept it and moved on. And that was it.
a lot of the people of color were complaining that they were being spoken over by having like white guys talk over them all the time, and they were getting annoyed with that. And that's valid and legit. So as soon as they brought that up, a lot of people took precautions to make sure that that stopped happening.
And you can see here, they're mindful about race, cool, whatever. But in reality, it was a bit more extreme than that.
By the time you leave this autonomous zone, I want you to give $10 to one African American person from this autonomous zone. And if you find that's difficult, if you find it's hard for you to give 10
reparations time, guys. Reparations time. Thank you for the super chats.
$10 to people of color, to black people especially, you have to think really critically about in the future, are you going to actually give up power and land and capital when you have it? If you have a hard time giving up $10, you got to think about, are you really down with this struggle? Are you really down with the movement? Because if that is a challenge for you, then I'm unsure if you're in the right place. So find an African American person. The white people, I see you. I see.
Bro, dude. Bro. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that straight. Give me that. Bro, look. What's up?
So find an African American person. The white people,
bro, straight up. Look at that. Like a whippet. Straight up. Gibbs me that. Yeah, okay. Is that racist? I don't know. They are keen. They are fucking keen, aren't they?
I see you. I see every single one of you, and I remember your faces. You find that African American person and you give them $10.
That's right, you heard it correctly. If you're white, you need to go and give a black person $10 to prove that you're part of the anarchist cause.
Okay. What if the black person has got more money than you, though? Like, this is always a stupid thing with this, and why it's so dumb to do it along racial lines. It should be based on need, not race.
That's wonderful.
Right? What if they got $100 in their wallet and you got 10? You still got to give it to them? This is retarded. Thank you for the $5. Give me that. Gives me that, white boy.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I'm black, by the way.
Black content
I'm black, by the way.
$5 raised fist.
Thank you for the $5. Anything you give me, I am spiritually a black person right now. Okay.
The real L that ThoughtSlime took here, though, is shortly after the video he made, Chaz was shut down because of a fatal shooting that could have been easily avoided.
Yes!
And this place wasn't even anarchist. They appointed a leader, they appointed a police force.
Bro, what is so insane about this is this police force of Chaz were held to less account than the actual police. As much as these leftoids like to cry about how bad, qualified immunity and all this stuff, their own system held these people to less account than the state does to normal police. Right? Because there's flaws, I'm not saying it's perfect, but if the police did that and shot a teenager in a car under those circumstances, there would be an investigation and there's a possibility that there could actually be consequence for the police officer. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect, and I know that the police, there's issues, people get away with stuff, but there would have at least been an investigation normally by, I don't know, is it internal affairs? Is that a movie thing? But there's departments within the state where they investigate the actions of the police if something wrong happens, essentially, and that would have more than likely happen. Didn't happen here, though, because there's no structure to do so. So the people that did it just got away with it.
And they weren't self-sufficient. They needed to buy stuff to import in for them to live. It was one of the most insane acts of mass stupidity, and ThoughtSlime ignores all of that and just goes, woo, yeah, anarchism. Some of you may be expecting me to bring up the video he made on Destiny. In this video, he dishonestly frames a debate that Destiny had with Non-Compete, the guy that we saw earlier. But it's mainly him just smugly being like, oh, well, he's a liberal and I'm a communist, and that makes me better. So there's not a lot to say about it. And that goes for a lot of ThoughtSlime's content. He is ridiculously smug, incredibly ideologically poisoned, and boring. And what's this? New diagnosis dropped. ThoughtSlime, he's got...
I got ADHD. ADHD. I got ADHD.
Call you back. There's someone else.
Hey, ThoughtSlime. This is Lady Goggles.
Lady Goggles. Who the fuck is Lady Goggles? They're adding all these new characters to the BreadTube roster. Like a fucking game of Smash.
I'm an MFA student, adjunct professor, and I create videos on YouTube. I wish people would understand the difference between executive dysfunction and being lazy. There's a huge difference. I'm often having to be responsible for 1,000,001 things at once, and I become so paralyzed with choice that I just don't wind up doing anything. That's not laziness.
Oh my god, dude. I'm so sick of these lazy fuckers coping, man. Honestly, I can't stand it. I cannot. Oh, I've got ADHD and I've got all these problems and I can't do it. Shut up! Get on with it. Take your pills and get back on it, you fucking lazy bitch. God, it's the most obnoxious kind of content ever. Yeah. Yeah. People have got fucking issues and they deal with it. Okay? Get over it.
Executive dysfunction.
I don't know why people keep calling me. I have another call. I gotta...
Hey, Mildred. It's Catherine, the cabaretist. And I wish that people understood executive dysfunction and that it's not just being lazy or procrastinating.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. I gotta hop off. I got another call.
Maybe this isn't fair. It's only a small sample size. But I feel like there may be, when explicitly talking about executive function and laziness in this video, other correlations that might be worth studying. But what's this? The Boogaloo Boys, a meme that kills people. Wow, serious stuff. I, for one...
Actually, I do have ADHD and I'm fucking lazy. How about that? I mean, dude, I just... Everyone's got their little problems. Like, why? There's whole videos about it, talking about ADHD and stuff. Just, I don't know, it's like, just do something. Do your thing. I don't know. Why do I have to fucking hear about, executive dysfunction this? I don't care.
1,000,001 things, as in 1,000,001 Big Macs.
Thank you for the super chats. Listen, if someone can have their legs chopped off and do the Paralympics, I think you'll be okay with your ADHD, okay? I think you'll get over it.
Had no idea that the founder of the Boogaloo Boys, Wendigoon, was responsible for actual deaths. That really is shocking. And you know what, Wendigoon, sorry about this, but you're going to have to delete your channel. But ThoughtSlime, he's on the up and up. And when he hit 200k subscribers, a huge achievement, he made a celebratory video called Having a Little Meltdown. One thing I found funny is when he discusses his old work, he mentions his Ransona, but he cuts the word cuck off his shirt. So at least ThoughtSlime is capable of feeling shame when necessary.
I sleep at night by telling myself that I think other entertainers deserve to get paid, but I'm not an entertainer. I'm a wannabe entertainer who tricked people into thinking I'm an educator.
Oh my god, dude, this is another obnoxious... Yeah, I don't care about your fucking imposter syndrome, bro. Mildred, okay? Prattling on about how you've got imposter syndrome and self-deprecating endlessly. Right? Like, look, I'm obviously not a fan of ThoughtSlime's content, right? That being said, it's obvious that you've got something going for you if you've built a channel doing this, right? Like the self-deprecating, I'm just an imposter, guys. I shouldn't even be here. I'm not even... Well, clearly you're doing all right for yourself. Stop fucking moaning and get on with it. Stop being a fucking victim at every single possible turn.
I'm a blogger with delusions of being an artist.
And with this personal emotive stuff...
He's crying. He's fucking crying, dude. Bro. These people are too weak. What? This is the guy that wants to fucking lead a revolution. And he's crying about a YouTube channel. That's rough, dude. That is rough. Bit of stoicism goes a long way, I reckon.
As this guy is a big understander of capitalism, surely he should understand that this is quite exploitative. He's always like, feel sorry for me, I'm this starving artist, whilst he's shilling his Patreon. And it tricks these other weak, vulnerable people into some form of emotional blackmail, and they end up giving him money. I don't know, maybe I'm off with this, but I feel like there's something seedy about it. Also in this video,
give us some tears sometime. As an artist, I cried every time I had to draw your hairline of a modern tragedy. Okay, dude. I mean, I just don't think you should be crying on the internet. There should never be a circumstance where you're crying. If you are crying at the internet, you have got some sort of emotional dysregulation issue. The only time you're allowed to cry is if someone dies that you like, that you know, okay, or something like that. If you've got something in your personal life that is that upsetting, like, you shouldn't intentionally be bringing it onto your content. Like, I could understand if someone had, like, a tragedy happen, say some family member died, and they were in the middle of something and they started getting upset, say, maybe something like that. But particularly if you're doing edited videos, there's no reason you should be crying. You should just be cutting that out and doing your normal speech or whatever you're doing. Like, you're making a specific intention when you're including yourself crying in edited content. You want people to see that for some sort of normally manipulative reason, you know? So yeah, that's my take on that, really. But even so, like, if you are crying, you clearly have got, even in like live content, you've clearly got some issue you need to deal with. That could be real, like a family member passing away, say, but it could also be that you getting too emotionally invested.
He strangely says he didn't get to the place that he's in now because of hard work.
Now, don't get me wrong. I work hard. That doesn't, like, hurt my chances. But I didn't get anything I have from hard work.
Which is unusual messaging, and I think it's incorrect. Because he did weekly videos for a very long time, and that's how he built his following. And I feel like that's the advice he should be giving. But
Yes.
even with this, just the mention of hard work means that he feels the need to give a little disclaimer.
There are lots of valid reasons why someone might not be willing or able to work hard.
Oh my
I am by
God,
no
dude.
means trying to disparage people with chronic illnesses, disabilities, or mental health problems which make hard work difficult, painful, or unpleasant.
Bro, if you do not, it's very, dude, it's very simple. I know some people don't like the idea of calling it
Okay,
hard
that's
work.
wonderful.
Okay.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
I don't use my issues as a free get out of jail card. Working to control them actually feels great and I'm getting by in life just fine. My advice, quit making excuses and get out there, and get a job.
Thank you for the super chat. The reality is, this is like regardless of whatever woke shit you want to put on top of it, if you want to make it as a content creator, you need to have some sort of internal sense of pushing yourself to do what needs to be done. Like, be it weekly
that's
videos,
wonderful.
be it
But how do I
daily
make
streams, whatever it
money
is.
off depressed people?
Imagine ThoughtSlime holding his Mosin Nogant looking at the Romanov family. He wouldn't be able to do it if you catch my drift.
Absolutely not, dude. I mean, if anything, he'd probably be more likely to turn it on himself, if nothing else. Anyway, thank you for the super chat. So yeah, the reality is, you can't shortcut this. I know loads of people that have had issues doing a consistent stream because there's some flavour of disabled. And guess what? Guess what? Guess how many people who've had disabilities that have prevented them from streaming regularly have made it? Guess how many? That's right. The answer is 0. Correct. If you guess 0, you're right. Because, of course, having something that impedes your ability to consistently do something that you need to consistently do, you're not going to fucking make it. So, you know, it is just not going to happen. I think of Lottie Blix. Dude, Lottie Blix, there's a blast from the past. That's the person that people thought was Bad Bunny doing the rant because there's a name on the screen when it happens. Lottie Blix was some lefty streamer that constantly was mired with health issues and so therefore wasn't able to consistently stream. And at one point they were doing okay. I think they had like a reasonable amount of consistent viewers. But yeah, because they weren't able to consistently do it, they fell by the wayside and now are like a complete failure at all this. But yeah, the reality is, you can spin it as much as you like. if you're not willing to do what needs to be done, then it's not going to work. It's very simple.
What qualifies as hard work is also dependent on a lot of factors beyond people's abilities to control. Hard work may be a good quality if you can manage it, but it is not a prerequisite for being a good or worthwhile person.
And this does get to me. Giving trigger warnings for discussion of hard work.
Working hard didn't get me 200,000 subscribers, and you're not going to get whatever you want through hard work either.
And even when discussing a business you're trying to do yourself, saying hard work is...
Well, okay. I mean... Okay. What is it? What's the thing? Hard work, working hard beats talent never working. Or whatever it is. I don't know what the fucking wording is. Anyway, the point is that hard work is one piece of the pie. But yes, of course, if you've got something you want to do, if you work hard towards it, it's going to massively improve your chances of doing that thing. Now, there's a saying. Hard work, working hard beats... I can't remember the fucking... I know what it is. I know what it is. Work will set you free. That's the saying that I'm going for.
Isn't going to get you any...
Yes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Yes, exactly. But then I think when some stuff, you need to have some talent, right? Like, you can't be a content creator if you don't have some innate talent or something in you. Like, you can't just be a boring fucker. There needs to be something about you. And listen, I'm obviously not... ThoughtSlime, for his flaws, to some people, is entertaining. And some people aren't. So you can work as hard as you want, but if you're boring, you're probably not going to be a successful content creator. But then that's about working hard in an area where you can actually benefit, right? Like, maybe you're not going to be a YouTuber, but maybe you can do some sort of administrative role at a business really well, and you work hard at that and you progress through or something, right?
Anywhere is so bad. Like, I'm actually a bit of a loss for words for this. It just goes without saying for me that that's terrible. So let's look at another bad piece of advice. This is some ThoughtSlime trademark dating advice for men.
Or take the way that a confident person talks about their hobbies or interests. When an unconfident person does it, they make excuses or act like the things they love are shameful or boring.
Okay, this does make a bit more sense. You do got to be confident.
Oh yeah, you know, I like anime, but I'm not like one of those weirdos that's super into anime, you know?
When a confident person talks about their interests, they do it with a passion, assuming that you will be as interested as they are. That is an attractive quality. Fuck yeah, I love anime. You ever see that My Hero Academia?
You're trying to give your probably autistic audience that are constantly striking out with women the advice that when talking to women, to passionately discuss My Hero Academia.
Even if the person you're courting doesn't like the same shit.
I mean, the thing is like, he's not wrong necessarily. Like, if you're confident about your passions, that's going to be a lot more appealing than if you're like, but you know, dour when talking about them. But you've got to pick and choose when you go in with it, because most women are not going to be interested in your fucking anime interest, right? Like, you should be passionate about something that they may have some interest in, right? I mean, it depends on different people, but like, anime's a bit of a long shot, I would say. You know, you probably want to hold your cards back there and maybe introduce that later once you're dating, right? Maybe you can get them on some sort of normie anime that you can enjoy together. I mean, they do exist. I'm not saying they don't exist, but you probably don't want to lead with anime. You probably want to lead with like movies or something. You know, something that is a more broad interest that everyone has got an interest in.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Chud on stream explaining the GOK multiverse.
Thank you for the $5. I mean, obviously, if you're on a Discord, you're probably okay going with anime.
Okay,
you could probably talk
wonderful.
about your favourite
But how do I
lolicon
make
and get away with
money
it, to be
off
honest with you.
depressed people?
If you want to be a confident nerd, act like Henry Cavill. The dude is the king of nerds. Missed the call from his agent that he got the Superman role because he was raiding in WoW.
Thank you for the super chat. God, you guys, we're starting off the year strong. Thank you very much for the super chat.
That you like. They will like that you like something. That means you're not boring.
I know it's just an example.
No, that's not true. If you go in super hard with some hyperfixation interest that you've got, women will potentially will get a bit turned off by that, right? It depends on what it is. If you launch into a diatribe about Lord of the Rings lore and there's not a woman that's interested in it, they might be a bit put off by that. You look like a weirdo. Dude, I hate this dating advice shit, bro. It is such cancer, right? Beyond basic principles like be well presented, wash, be clean, you know, very basic shit there isn't really an exact guideline of what you should do, right? I feel like the tips that you can give are so broad that there isn't really a unique way to impart it. It's the broad tips are really what you have, and it's going to be on a case-by-case basis of what, you know, you got the basic principles, but then where it goes, that's going to be reliant on your ability to assess and engage with social cues from the person that you're talking to, you know? Because you need to understand that if you are going down a certain line and you're talking about your interest in anime and they're resistant to that in some way, in some almost indiscernible shift in body language, you got to be able to pick up on that so you know to change course. You don't look like an autistic freak banging on about fucking this anime that you like. It's, you know, there's no real way you can teach it beyond getting the basics in place. You just got to learn by doing it and trying to pick up on, learn about these social cues and stuff, I think.
But that is the worst thing he could possibly come up with. Let's hear his advice for awkward people.
Wonderful.
But okay, let's, for the sake of argument, let's just...
people. I swear this guy is the horror channel Scared Cats.
He is.
Seemed normal over there.
Yeah, I think he is normal over there.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Thank you for the super
how
chats.
do I make money off depressed people?
As a teen, I stacked shelves with a guy who couldn't speak or hear due to oxygen starvation at birth, likely mid-60s IQ. Get to work, bed blob.
Thank you for the super chats.
Assume that you are hopelessly, excruciatingly awkward. You're just a social disaster. That just means you have to be interested.
Guys, oh my god, look at that. 10 more super chats. Can we do it in 20 minutes? Wow, that's one every 2 minutes, hopefully.
And likable enough to overcome that.
What a great, crazy
be nice.
goal.
Get some hobbies. It's all good. It'll come out in the wash.
Just don't be. Get over it. Thanks, Thoughts.
Bro, this is such shit. No, it won't. It won't come out in the wash. If you have got crippling autism, that is going to severely diminish your ability to engage in dating. Right? And it might be difficult for you to overcome. They had a whole show about this, undateables. And some of them were just literally autistic. That was all they had, just autism. You know? I'll play the clip at the end of this, because I don't think, it will probably be monetized. But there's people with like such crippling autism that they can't just engage with a normal person.
Okay, that's
They've
got
wonderful.
to date another
But
autist.
how do I make money off depressed people?
Chud, you were dangerously close to crying when you were getting donor banged on New Year's.
Thank you for the $5. That is true. I was indeed. Very sad. Very happy tears of joy.
Slime. But let's forget about that, because in this next video, ThoughtSlime has an announcement to make. But let's set the scene first. In this video, ThoughtSlime disputes a couple comments made by Sargon of Akkad and the Quartering. I'm guessing they're making comments on the transition of BreadTuber, Philosophy Tube. They make some pretty shallow analysis, saying it's all...
Oh my god, dude. No way. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for covering our Agent Aiden logic, Steve.
Okay. For clout. And obviously that really upsets ThoughtSlime. And so, to dispute this, ThoughtSlime uses the example of Jim Stephanie Sterling as to why this isn't the case.
Oh my god!
And Jim Stephanie Sterling is a gaming YouTuber that posts weekly videos exposing the gaming industry. And they came out of the closet quite controversially as a non-binary gender trash girl from the gender dumpster.
Dude! They just make it up as they go along and expect to take it seriously.
I've worked with the most mentally inept people. There really is no excuse.
True.
That is what it says on their Google profile. And it hasn't gone well for them. Their fan base has diminished significantly. So this is a good example for ThoughtSlime.
Well, the thing is I used to watch Jim Sterling videos back in the day. And they did some like weirdo gay shit. Like they were waving about a big dildo and shit like that on a stick. That was a bit odd. But they actually like mainly focused on talking about issues in gaming. And it was good. Like all their stuff they talked about, that developer they got in beef with, that was funny. You know, shitting on big studios for doing shitter policy. But then like it got all weird. The way they spoke about stuff got weird. And they got obsessed with like identity and shit like that. I don't know, like there was a definitive shift in their content. And it just wasn't the same as it was before. You know? The wrestling stuff. Yeah. It's difficult to, you know, you could probably put the two videos side by side and point the differences out, but there's definitely just a vibe shift, I think, in their content.
for being like, it's hard for trans people, etc. But for Philosophy Tube, their career has had the exact opposite trajectory. And if we compare their content, I feel as if maybe ThoughtSlime should
make money off depressed people.
Screw it.
Hey!
I'll make it to 25. Hit that goal, chat.
Thank you, Slender Ender Guy, for the $10.
Okay,
Appreciate
that's
that.
wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Here's to another year of calling out trans misogynoir wherever we see it.
Thank you for the $5. Yeah, this is bro. I mean, Philosophy Tube is just a ContraPoint skinwalker who has already got like a flourishing Patreon off the back of their previous work. And then obviously all of those people were like progressives who love to see people trans out, so they all supported them more. Like, wasn't there like a massive boost in Abigail's income when they came out as trans? I'm pretty sure that did happen, didn't it? And that's not even getting into the skinwalking allegations, which is a whole rabbit hole in and of itself. Pretty sure there's a video about it on the channel if you want to see my take on that.
Should have done a bit more analysis on this before using Jim Stephanie Sterling as an example.
Okay. Hello.
Oh!
My
God. No more GOG jokes, guys. I'm sick of it.
My name is Abigail Thorne. I'm the creator of Philosophy Tube.
Oh, hi, didn't see you there. I'm Fem Sterling.
I mean, come on. Come on. Come on, if you had to choose. But let's be realistic for a second, okay? Gun to your head. Gun to your head. Who you choosing? You got to be real for a second.
Here on the Jimquisition for the first time. Oh, yeah. So, if you've got anything shitty to say about Fem Sterling, I'll have you know a man offered to help me with my shopping, so...
Okay, that's wonderful.
I'm not sure if
money off depressed people.
Wow, that woman looked just like counterpoints.
Thank you for the $10. I'd rather die. Lazy, boring answer.
Money off depressed people.
Engage with hypothetical. Down, boy, you'll get the hose. Okay.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Oh my God, we're
But
going
how
to
do
do
I
it.
make
We're at
money
29.
off
Fucking
depressed
hell. Thank
people?
you. Thank you, guys.
Sensitive is the word, but I don't think ThoughtSlime thought this through. And after all that, we still need to check out ThoughtSlime's announcement.
I don't have to conform to the same social pressures online that I have to
Hey,
everywhere else.
thank you. Okay, we'll go to the end of the video, and then we'll fulfill the. Then we will fulfill the request.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Which is another
But how do I
goal.
make
That's right,
money
ladies and
off
gentlemen.
depressed
Liberal
people?
Chad, thank you for the $2. Wait, Chud keeps giving this his trans hypotheticals. That's the only one I've done all year. Come on.
Okay, that's wonderful.
I think it'll be someone
Hicks,
else
thank you for the
for a
membership.
while.
9 became a
I'm on a
member.
journey.
Dude, I never saw that. Did I see this? I don't think I saw this. This is insane. That transition, literally in both senses of the word, is crazy.
I think it'll be someone else for a while. I'm on a journey.
Bro, they've had a shave. They've had, is that a shaving cut or is that before? Anyway, they've had a shave, but they've still got a 5 o'clock shadow. So they've not shaved close enough. And they've stuck some lippy on. I'm on a journey down to the makeup aisle. Okay? For a fucking red number 5. Just to slap on. Oh, now they say you can't put lipstick on a pig. Well, ThoughtSlime has proven everyone wrong.
Good at this yet. I'm discovering where the line is for me also. I'm gonna go by the name Mildred, at least for a while.
I know what you might be thinking. Mildred was an interesting name to pick, but I'll have you know, Mildred is an Anglo-Saxon name of Old English origin and means gentle strength. You can see on ThoughtSlime's subreddit people using terms like wonderful and beautiful to describe the name choice. But there is one detractor here, saying it's a mega old-fashioned name, and the Mildred is the old lady that appears kind and friendly, but doesn't like the blacks.
Yes! This person's probably very soy, but very based. Doesn't like the blacks. That is so funny, dude. Your name's racist, actually, Mildred. Synonym classes of Rita Eileen. Damn. Absolutely wrecked by Cloudmaker hat.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Similar to names like
Hey! Exotic, thank
Quixotic
you.
became a member. Quixotic celebrates 7 months of membership. Based Mildred looking heck invalid.
Very true.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Joanne Favreau.
I disavow, but thank you for the $5.
Rita or Eileen. In my opinion, that's a pretty spot-on analysis. Since this, ThoughtSlime has had a couple different looks, so to speak.
Oh, we know this one. I think that's featured prominently in one of our thumbnails. That is a classic.
So long after this, ThoughtSlime had a shift in content. In this eating very spicy hot sauce to keep this channel update interesting video, he announces that he wants to make a change from the weekly videos into more high-effort long-form content. And the video right after this, How Gary Vee Manipulates You, isn't that bad. It's not good, it's not like fun or entertaining.
Yeah, this is the thing with ThoughtSlime, is they're not completely devoid of a point. There was one they did on Tyler Oliveira, and obviously it was way more soy than even the vintage one. But I think the underlying point they made was actually reasonable. I think they were criticizing, like, presenting someone as this kind of unbiased source or something, and it turned out they were like a, you know, some sort of right-wing journalist or something. I can't remember the details of it, but yeah.
Entertaining or anything, but it's a step up, so I'll give him that. But he doesn't keep it up. He slowly falls back into doing purple M&M discourse and Twitter argument documentation. He made another personal video called Can I Learn to Love My Body? Brilliant thumbnail for this one.
I remember feeling it was pointed, accusatory. Memories get distorted over time. I mean, what are the odds that this really happened?
Oh my god, dude. He's dressed up like a... We call him a white van driver. You know, it's like a fella that drives like a sort of transit van about town, picks stuff up, drops it off, etc. Cancer. Okay, cancer patient. Bro, that's a bit much, isn't it? Fucking hell.
This one's got quite a strange tone. It's super personal, intertwined with nostalgia critic-esque skits.
Wow, what an asshole. Although I agree with everything he said. But remember how we looked right at you and judged you? That must make you feel like a complete piece of shit. I was the fattest kid in my class.
This is better content,
Why would you
but
say this? Oh my god, dude, it's this meme again, isn't it? He's doing the meme. You know the one, don't you? You know the one I'm going to bring up already. It's this all over again. He's doing this all over again, isn't he? The classic.
Complete piece of shit. I was the fattest kid in my class.
This is better content, but it leads to a very unusual scene where he's obviously trying to be as emotional as he possibly can. Really tender stuff, but it still has this devil character inserting quips as it goes.
I obsess over how important my looks are.
Oh my god, dude! It's like someone out of Silence of the Lambs. What the fuck, bro? What is this guy? What is this beautiful woman doing?
Everyone must be as disgusted by me as I am by myself.
Oh, dude, he's like close to the mic and stuff. This is gross.
Don't think it's technically dysmorphia if you're actually ugly.
He does end this one with a bit of a motivational type of speech.
There is nothing wrong with your body. Your body is beautiful, if for no other reason than because it is the mechanism that allows you to exist in the world. And no matter what any small-minded, spiteful, ignorant shithead tries to convince you of, you can be healthy at any size.
Very profound.
And although there is this motivational speech at the end, there's still this really can't do attitude about it all. And this is a kind of through line for most of his work. You're never going to be happy or get what you want, and it's all because of capitalism. Give up on trying to work hard to achieve stuff. Give up on working out to try to look good. The only thing that really can make you happy is a communist revolution. And that's all a bit of a downer. So to finish off this video, we'll look at some of his more stupid content from his later career. So let's check out some of his takes on shoplifting.
Oh my god, his shoplifting video, yes! I love these leftoid takes about shoplifting because they never follow it through to its rational conclusion, which is that if this was, if this ideology was perpetuated en masse, there'd be no fucking shop to steal from. Like, let's say you broadcast this into a particular area and pushed it out to the point where you convinced everyone that shoplifting was okay, all the shops were closed down. Right? This is the narrative that they present, but they don't think it through. And they're just like, yeah, it's totally fine to steal from Walmart. And it's like, yeah, but if you steal too much from Walmart en masse, eventually the store will shut down because the levels of loss would exceed the profits that they make. I mean, it's very obvious basic economics, right? And I think this has played out in a few places where some stores have actually had to close down. And as much as leftoids have cried and bitched and moaned about it and tried to point to this and point to that, at a fundamental level, there are some stores that have had to close down due to shoplifting, and that has then presented an issue for that given area because that store no longer exists. Alternatively, you get a situation where you end up with a bunch of fucking plastic screens when you want to buy, you know, toiletries, which is obviously absurd. Unemployment, yeah, exactly.
The greatest form of theft is almost universally not shoplifting, not robbery, not car theft, but wage theft.
Based.
And, you know, that's putting aside the theft of surplus value in the first place, like all wage labor could be said to be a form of theft. It's now, people have been predicting that the rise of automated checkouts would result in huge losses of entry-level jobs in the service sector. Turns out it didn't, specifically because these companies still want people around on account of shoplifting. So, therefore, it could be argued shoplifters are job creators. Here's a question that doesn't seem to come up as much in this discussion, a perhaps more fundamental question that seems to get ignored. How come the shit at Walmart belongs to Walmart? And again, not a space alien. I don't mean legally. I know that they own their stuff. I know that it's their stuff and the police won't let me have it. I mean morally, ethically. How come? Walmart's not using it. They don't need it. Why is it theirs?
I mean, it's just like asking very obviously answered questions. Because the company has purchased the goods. Because other companies have made goods and they've purchased them to sell to people in the area. Right? I mean, it's not difficult, is it? But he's trying to do this whole anarchist, oh, maybe the people should own the goods, actually.
What moral utility does it serve?
Like, dude, this is the biggest and most retarded point that these anarchists make. This undermining of, like, the global supply chain. Where they act like it's just a trivial matter to get like a pencil into your hand, right? Or to get prescription glasses, or to get complex medicines. It's like all of this stuff has been built up over years. We've now got this insane global supply chain that allows us to access goods beyond our wildest dreams. And these guys are like, well, why should it be that way? Why can't we just have stuff? Good luck, mate. Good luck. Good luck getting your pears in that little plastic tub that the fucking leftoids moan about, which is totally reasonable when you look at it, by the way. Good luck getting your little pears in a plastic tub with your gay fucking anarchism. 70% starvation rate. Resorting to cannibalism. You'd feed a family of 5 for a week, motherfucker.
That they're allowed to have it.
And it's pointless even trying to debunk stuff at this level. It's just so far detached from reality or anything sensible. Like, what's the point in even arguing about this? And as always, he ends up talking about communist revolution stuff and brings up the age-old question of why would anyone choose to do the laborious, difficult job in this form of society?
Also, hundreds of other people would find doing it pretty interesting and fun if they were allowed to do so on their own terms.
Oh my god. Yes. Bro, this is a classic. This is an absolute classic anarchist moment. How would glasses distribution work under anarchism? Would there be roving optometrists, or would there genuinely be only one per commune? Genuine question. I need glasses. Hey, I like making glasses and helping people who need them. Take these. Thanks. Okay. Now, for anyone that doesn't wear glasses, right? I'll just explain that glasses are extremely complicated if you want them to work properly. And obviously there's very slight variances in people's eyesight. So that means you need a specific type of lens in order for it to work for the eyesight detraction that you've got, right? They have to literally test for it. And then they've got to put the right lens in the right frames that you want and give them to you. So if you don't own glasses, I'm pretty sure you could guess already. But this is an exceptionally reductive and obscenely retarded perspective on how glasses work, okay? So, yeah.
People, literally, for fun, play video games about long-haul trucking, and you're seriously trying to make the argument that without the profit incentive, nobody would want to do a boring job, like trucking, or cleaning public infrastructure, or farming. Hey economists, what are you talking about?
Bro, is this guy for real? He's talking about on a video game. What is he on about, dude? That's a video game. That's very different to doing it recreationally on a computer versus having to do it day in, day out for hours at a time physically. Dude, this can't be real, bro. Like, his entire argument debunked by, you're talking about a video game, ThoughtSlime. You're not talking about actually doing it in reality.
Or clean argument that without the profit incentive, nobody would want to do a boring job, like trucking or cleaning public.
Bro, is this guy serious? Well, you see, there's trucking simulators. Therefore, people will want to do trucking with no incentive, really. They're just for the love of it. There's no way. Oh, Jesus. Yes, someone LARPing as a power wash in a video game for 2 hours a night, a couple of nights a week. That's exactly the same as doing the same sort of job. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. What's the difference?
Infrastructure or farming. Hey economists, what are you talking about? Why are you like this?
And there you have it. Being one of the guys from Ice Road Truckers or something like that, it's just like playing a video game. I'm just gonna stay inside and make my YouTube videos, and you guys go out and plow the field. That's fair, right? And there are loads more cases of stupid stuff he said like this. But it's not really my game to sit here and just debunk anarchist theory. It'd get tiresome pretty quickly. You could look up his Slime World video or a Sean Head response if you really do want to torture yourself.
If you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. Go do something else. When was the last time you played Sonic 3 and Knuckles? That's a great game.
Bro, he's really living up to the name of the glasses, isn't he? Big Mildred energy from the glasses.
At least that's true.
Hey! Yo!
Thanks for watching.
That's bringing back some memories. Dude, Sonic 3, yo! That's the one where you put it into the Knuckles cartridge. You had Sonic and Knuckles, and you could put the cartridge in. Remember that? I had that. I'm outing myself. I'm outing myself as a, as an autist. Fuck. Where's Boblax when you need him? Anyway, there we go. That was a fun video. I'm a big liquidsonic fan. They got a bunch of other videos as well that I've not got around to watching. But I will. I'm probably not on stream. But I will probably watch them off stream at some point because they're very funny.